What if I told you one of hip hop's most powerful moguls is being accused of organizing secret events so extreme they're now the centerpiece of a federal sex trafficking case? We're not talking about hearsay or secondhand stories anymore. We're talking about actual text messages leaked by prosecutors that show how male escorts were hand-picked, flown across the country, and sent straight to hotel rooms for what prosecutors now call freak-offs. And this might just be the beginning. Let's break down exactly how these alleged events were set up and what this could mean for Diddy. It started like most breaking news stories do these days, with a document dump. On a quiet Friday, federal prosecutors quietly released a mountain of new exhibits in Diddy's racketeering and sex trafficking case. But buried in that mountain was something no one expected: text message transcripts. Real ones, not rumors, not summaries. And at the center of those messages, an August 2009 exchange between someone prosecutors call the device owner and a male escort named Jules. The tone was casual, like ordering a last-minute Uber, except the ride was a flight from LA to New York, and the destination was what prosecutors now describe as a freak-off. The conversation begins with a spontaneous request. The device owner texts Jules, asking if he can hop on a flight that same day to NYC. It's not about business. It's not about a social event. It's about participating in a freak-off. There's a promise of a nice tip if he can make it happen. Jules doesn't even blink. He agrees almost immediately. And the device owner moves fast, asking for Jules's full name and details so the plane ticket can be purchased in his name. Then comes another question. Do you have a ride to the airport, or should I send a car? If this sounds like clockwork, that's because it probably was. Within minutes, the arrangements are locked in. A Virgin America flight is booked from LAX to JFK. Jules is texted his itinerary. The device owner tells him to check in when he's ready, and once he lands, they'll arrange his return flight. And just like that, a cross-country escort trip is in motion, all arranged in a few quick texts. No middlemen, no confusion, just cold, logistical precision. But what happens after Jules lands? That's when things start to get very real. The next message comes hours later. Jules texts the device owner, just landed. He says he's heading to the hotel to clean up and take a shower. Then silence for about an hour. Then the device owner sends a message. Come to room 4901. Jules replies, okay, and that's it. There's no follow-up conversation, no feedback, no more chatter, just a blunt, brief, digital trail that prosecutors say outlines exactly how escorts were brought in for these alleged freak-offs. No fluff, no ambiguity. But that wasn't the end. Hours later, Jules texts again, asking if he can fly back to LA that night. He's clearly done and tired. But the device owner isn't quite ready to let him go. Instead, he replies that he'll book the flight, but only if Jules comes back up to the room one more time, in just an hour. And here's where it gets darkly revealing. Jules replies with what seems like a joke, but carries a weight behind it. I need more than 1 hour of rest. I haven't slept in 2 days. You guys are rabbits, LOL. Now, on its own, this could be brushed off, but in context, and especially in a federal case, it paints a picture, not of casual fun, but of something repetitive, exhausting, and transactional. And Jules? He wasn't alone. Prosecutors included more exhibits, more text messages, that showed a clear pattern: multiple escorts, similar travel plans, repeated arrangements, one after another. There's no attempt to hide it. The language is direct, the process familiar. Pick a person, book a flight, send them to a hotel room, and repeat. What was once speculation is now lined up, exhibit after exhibit, to show a broader system at play. And prosecutors believe it wasn't just convenience. It was intentional, strategic, and criminal. Let's talk about that word, freak-off. According to court filings, it's not just slang. Prosecutors describe these events as marathon sex sessions, allegedly orchestrated by Diddy himself. These sessions reportedly included a mix of Diddy, his girlfriends, and male escorts, sometimes multiple participants at once. Not private liaisons, not one-time encounters. Long, organized events that prosecutors now cite as key evidence in a trafficking scheme. It's why these leaked texts are so damaging. They don't just describe moments, they outline operations. At this point, Diddy isn't just facing allegations, he's facing federal exhibits. Each new release adds more detail, more documentation, more digital proof. The case is shifting from a few high-profile claims to a structured, data-backed investigation that includes messages, flights, names, and hotel rooms. And the scariest part for Diddy? This might just be the beginning. Prosecutors say they're still reviewing more messages, more evidence, more names. And if this pattern holds, there could be dozens more examples, possibly years of them. This isn't just about scandal anymore. It's about organized behavior, and a government that seems determined to prove it. In just a few texts, the image of a private jet-setting mogul is replaced with something far darker. A man at the center of a federally investigated network of exploitation and power. Jules's story may be the first to leak, but it almost certainly won't be the last. With each new drop, the public gets a clearer look at what prosecutors believe was going on behind the scenes and how far it went. So now, we're left wondering, if this is what they've already found, what else is coming next? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because this story isn't going away and will be here for every twist and turn.